Yeah, and like you say, Nocturne, they've left Shyvana open. So they're saying, you know what, if you don't ban it, we're going to take it. I reckon that could well be first pick. Nocturne, obviously, against CLG was looking very good, so they banned it. Yesterday, they obviously banned out Gangplank, Shyvana, and Lee Sin, I believe.
Yeah.
You know, like trying to take everything away from Diamond, who went, I can play Nocturne, that's fine. That's all good. So what will the final ban be? Shen obviously has been banned out quite a few times, and when he's been picked up, generally has a very good win ratio. Also, don't forget, Janna's been one of the first picks throughout this tournament. Not too sure whether Locust is going to go for that, though. I don't recall him playing that too often.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. The Ahri ban. I don't even know if Scar to play Ahri in this tournament so far, but they're going to go for the first grab onto Shyvana. Now, I'm expecting Lee Sin and Aurelia maybe right here. Just because, the John, I mean, there's a lot of the really things that are really important picks here. Dignitas have been first pick in Shyvana a lot. John has been a very important one. Aurelia has been phenomenal for both Boy and Darien here. And so there's a lot of really popular things here. Oh, please lock those in so I'm right. I would love if I predicted correctly for once this entire tournament. I would, yes, I was right in my predictions. All right, sorry. I'm happy to be right for once, really.
I can't believe you got a cheer for that.
Thank you so much. Thank you. You guys are awesome.
So now you've laid the pressure on me. I got to predict the next two.
Do it.
Well, I mean, Janna, like I say, has been picked up quite a few times. Corki has been picked up all the way through as well. Obviously, I am a cutie pie.
Is that your final
fantastic.
Answer?
There's Corki. There's Janna.
Dude. You are awesome. Oh my gosh.
They're going to change it now just to prove us wrong.
Oh man, we're really excited.
Oh,
dude,
yeah.
Dude, we are so good at this game. All right, let's keep it going. All right, next up.
Pressure moment.
No, there's no way I got this one. Maybe Cognunu, or maybe it's major. I mean, they can grab early Galio if they like the comp. I'm gonna. Nope, I'm done. No, I lose. Nope. None of this is...
Oh, of course, Genja on Urgot, was very strong against CLG in the first game. Absolutely dominant, I believe, in that one.
So there's actually one thing I actually got from some research. So every time they ran Urgot, it was with both Ryze and Aurelia. They ran Urgot because he's not so much of a late game carry like someone like Vayne or Corki would be, but is a I'm going to disrupt everyone and get some kills with movement, and then my team will be the carries, and Aurelia, really high damage champion, Ryze the same way. And so Ryze has been banned this time, so that does possibly make you not want to run Urgot there. Ooh. They're actually going to grab Karthus here. I believe they've run Karthus once or twice before, and I would never have guessed that.
Switch to Nunu. I want to see Ash as well. I want that combo. It's not going to happen though, unfortunately. So we're going to see a support Alistair in there this time. Guessing it's going to be Lee Sin in the jungle. Diamonds, pretty heavy invasion. Obviously taking it away from Voyboy as well. Prediction? Well, we could see possibly Mordekaiser. You know what? I actually saw Nautilus being played by Voyboy just the other day, and I kind of caught him and he quickly got tapped away. So could be a secret one coming out later. Who knows?
It's Cutie Pie. Don't.
No, yeah, it's Cutie Pie. Yeah, just don't even go for it. Just don't bite. Cat will not be picked.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, obviously, don't take me wrong. Skara is a phenomenal cat player, probably the most known cat player as well. I guess.
And if Voyboy can play like a Morgana,
there is the Mordekaiser. Okay. And there is Nautilus. God, I'm good at this.
Wow. Seriously, that's impressive, dude. Now, that could also be Jungle Nautilus and solo top Shyvana. That is an option, of course, for them. But yeah, the Mordekaiser pick makes a lot of sense against Karthus. They can shove really, really hard.
I'm just going to say, I've got like all 5 of Dignitas' picks here, right?
Did you really?
I'm good.
My gosh. Then you definitely crushed me in the face pretty hard there. But, we have the AD carry pick left for Moscow 5. Kog'Maw could work here because they have a pretty good protection line there with Lee Sin Kick and Alistair in general. I don't know if that's the right choice here. I'm trying to think of what sort of AD carry would fill this line. But they have plenty of damage already. They don't need a hyper carry like Vayne. I'd be surprised to see that. They had clicked Urgot earlier. They could still run that. But between Karthus, Aurelia, Lee Sin, they have enough damage to run an Urgot, and they could swap in someone like Mordekaiser and just kind of get the kill that way. As long as they don't pull a big Fed LP and swap the Janna, they're going to be okay. Hey, I got that one. All right, cool. Anyway, Urgot going to be picked up there. I like Moscow 5's lineup a lot. We're going to see how the swaps go here. If it's going to be top lane Shyvana, I think that's the more likely situation, but we'll see. Dominate and Voyboy could always swap right here, but Cutie Pie grabbing Corki pretty much every time he ever could. They didn't necessarily first pick him, but Corki was pretty much always grabbed if available for Dignitas. And I heard a little rumor actually that Cutie Pie only knows 3 AD carries: Corki, Ezreal, and Twitch. And if they ever both were taken away, he would actually play Twitch.
He would play Twitch, yeah. And we've seen him troll sort of picking it for a while, actually. We've been went out and say, not sure. He does. I've seen him playing it before, so I wouldn't be surprised if we do eventually get it in, but I don't think his AD carry is going to be banned out. I don't expect to see Corki or Ezreal banned out from this one, from Moscow 5. So it is going to be Voyboy actually switching. I think it's going to be Voyboy on Nautilus. Voyboy's going to be on Nautilus at the top lane. I actually saw him taking Rabadon's Death Cap and Lichbane as well on him.
Wait,
it was quite an interesting build.
Wow.
And I'm pretty sure I purposely not mentioned it. I saw it in the very first day I got here, and it was a very interesting pick, and he was wrecking face with it. So it's I guess we'll see whether he gets there. You know, if anyone's going to get there, it would be him. He is a top player. So what are your predictions in this one then? Dignitas or Moscow 5?
Oh, I mean, I don't even know what to think about AP Nautilus as a role, so I can't even guess anymore. Blindly, I'll say Moscow 5 takes game 1, but I hope it goes to all 3 games. So if that's the case, you know, whoever wins first game, I hope the other team wins second game. I mean, I'll blindly guess Moscow 5 here, but I don't know, dude. My predictions, I don't think are strong enough right now.
I'm going to go with Dignitas.
All right.
I've got a feeling, for some reason, I don't know why, Moscow 5 have been wrecking. They've not been stopped. You know what? Moscow 5 have lost one single game since Kiev. In terms of Intel Extreme Masters, which was that one against TSM in the final. That was the only game they lost in Kiev. They've not lost a single game here at the World Championships. And frankly, it's pretty scary for Dignitas to face them. They've really got a big challenge on them, but they are the informed team for me at this tournament. They have really looked very good. Obviously, from the very first game of the day, they are in the very last game of the championship as well. Obviously, beating CLG right at the start, sort of putting their intentions straight out there. But who do you want to win, guys? It's going to be CLG. I knew I'd do that. Moscow 5 versus Dignitas. I had to fluff the line sooner or later, guys. Let's get into the game. Oh man, it had to happen.
Nice job.
So let's go through the teams in case you missed the picks and bans. If you are just tuning in online, everybody obviously is in this hall. The hall is pretty much locked. You can only go out and one in. I think it's pretty packed in here if I'm looking around. And the last finals of the day, which is always nice here at the Intel Extreme Masters. For Dignitas, it's going to be Skara on Mordekaiser. I Will Dominate will be on Shyvana. In the jungle, Locust will be down the bottom with I'm a Cutie Pie. That will be a Janna and Corki combo. And Voyboy at the top lane on Nautilus. How that's going to work out, God only knows. Genja down the bottom will be alongside Gosu Pepper. That will be Urgot on your screens. It will be Alistair with him. Let's see whether he takes anything away. Nothing crazy coming from Moscow 5 in the early initiating, diving in towards the lanes here. So Alexic will be in the middle out on Karth. As you can see, Lee Sin will be the jungler. That will be Diamonds. We're going to keep our track on him. And Darian in the top lane as Aurelia. I'm going to work so hard to make sure I don't miss his first blood. I'm feeling more pressure than the players.
So actually, I want to actually go back and predict that Dignitas is going to win this game.
Okay.
Just because I'm looking at the lineup, and you've pretty much got everyone needs to be in melee range to be successful for Moscow 5, and they're fighting a Janna. And Janna is really good at disrupting that. And actually, Nautilus the same way is really good at disrupting packed together teams. And I have no idea how Alex expects to do well as Karthus here against this lineup. But one thing I want to point out sort of really quickly is Scar's opening build is 9% spell vamp. So he actually went moderate to deep utility tree plus spell vamp Quince in order to sort of pay off those health costs from his initial spells. And I just always like giving those little tips out to players who sort of want to learn these champions. Mordekaiser has been a really popular pick so far in this tourney. Kind of a big deal.
Yeah,
Blue
Genja's
buff.
being given the blue buff here. So Genja taking the blue buff for the bottom lane. Interesting. So he's going to be spamming down the bottom lane. He's going to have to eat through pots. No, he's not. He's cleverly going to go back because he's got... So let's have a look, see what sort of gold he's got, actually.
He's got 700 TP regardless, but...
200 gold. He's going to pick a chunk of pots to go with that Doran's Blade he started with, and the blue buff down the bottom. So expect to see some spamming going out there now. Ping goes down, Clairvoyance on towards I Will Dominate. You can already see an invade coming from Moscow 5 here. Gosu Pepper coming round one side, Diamonds coming round the other. They are going to push towards him. They do have Smite, remember, because they've taken away the blue buff already. Diamonds is going to go in. He smites it straight away on towards I Will Dominate. First blood will be coming down here. You can see, meanwhile, they're pushing across towards Gosu Pepper. They're going to try and lock him in, but first blood for Moscow 5. Meanwhile, at the top You can see Nautilus also pushing on towards Darien, but a great invade from Moscow 5. I guess we shouldn't expect anything less.
Nope, absolutely not. Really, really awesome play by them so far. I'm going to look at the top lane right now. Voyboy, 9 minions to Aurelia's 8, so Nautilus technically winning the lane right now, but it looks like he's got more minions available, so it should be not too bad for Darien to pick up the rest of these soon.
Middle lane, you can see Gosu, Pepper, and Diamonds sat ready and waiting. Again, just trying his best to keep that solo. That's why that blue buff is working out. You can just spam them, keep it at range. Gosu Pepper looked like he's ready to flash engage here. He has. Headbutt Skara away. Manages to get caught out with a Porphyry. Skara's going to go down here. That is a quick kill. Moscow 5 keeping it real the same way they have done throughout the tournament. Some crazy engages already.
Wow, 2-0 so far. 1,000 gold up right away. This bottom lane, the blue buff, Urgot actually bullying away Cutie Pie. Look at the minions there, 12-19. And okay, yeah, he got 3 from killing the golems at the start, but he's 1v2ing and winning. Moscow 5 look super strong right now. This is quite the strategy from them where they're like, hey, we're going to run, hey, we're purple team, so we can give blue buff to our bot laner. Some more aggression there on a Locust, losing a lot of health there from Urgot. It's like, hey, we're purple team. We know we can give blue buff to our AD carry. Oh my gosh, Corki even still taking more. And again, Lee Sin fighting Shyvana in the jungle. Dominate going to take some of these back for him, but he counter jungling pretty harsh.
And just look how much Genja's pushing that bottom tower. That blue buff, he's trying his best to get that lock on in a 2v1 at the moment because Alistair has still been roaming. He's been clearing out the jungle because, you know what, Lee Sin has been in the enemy jungle. Diamonds is like, well, that's fine. I don't need my own jungle. I'll let the support player get it. Oh, Genja could be in trouble here, though. I will dominate. Maybe going to go towards him. Locust is trying to get the Howling Gale. Has to use the flash wisely and gets away from that one. So, summon a spell blown. Maybe successful gank, but the way they've been pushing that lane has been pretty harsh. Darien versus Voyboy at the top, Nautilus on 19. Meanwhile, Darien is on 30 CS, so he does have that advantage early on. Kind of expect that, though. Meanwhile, Skara in the middle versus Alex is one of the fights that many people have wanted to see. Just keeping my eye on Diamonds. I don't think he's going to go for that one. Yeah, he's realised that the lane is not quite pushed. Voyboy is not going to go for that. Don't worry, guys. These teams can't hear anything at all we say. They have these great big headsets on, and they're about 30 seconds ahead of us. So anything I say will not be spoiled. The wards placements will not be spoiled. They can't really make a thing out. It's even hard to interview on that stage and hear each other. So they will not be able to pick up a thing that myself and Freak will give away.
Yep, and that's going to be all right. One thing, actually, I'm surprised actually Dominate didn't leave the Wraiths there this time. One thing that they were talking about in interviews is that whenever Scar gets behind, he sort of has Dominate leave behind the Wraiths every single time. And of course, Diamond's been doing a good job of stealing away the Wraiths himself and pressuring those, so it's been a little bit more difficult for Skara to win in minions. We're going to see if he can keep that that gold advantage that he had from the prior games still working out for him. Right now you can see he's kind of dancing back and forth against Alex. Doesn't have great ward coverage. He does not know where Lee Sin is all the time. Ghost Pepper actually roaming around a whole lot right now. He's still kind of roaming with this Lee Sin, and looks like they're going to go back for mid again. Scar is about to be in not a good place, and he does not have ward coverage with that gank. And this could get really scary really fast. He has pushed all the way up. There's the Wall of Pain, and they're going to move in. Lee Sin lands the Q. The slows are off as well. Scar losing so much health and will fall down 3-0 right now, and the kill goes to Alex. A large amount of gold right there, and Lee Sin pretty rich in gold as well. Already had Madrid's Razors for that initial gank. Now that Genja's blue buff is gone, Cutie Pie might have a better chance here. He's got 90 attack damage right now. 35 to 28 minions. Genja actually still winning the lane 1v2. And now Moscow 5 going for a fast dragon. Your Ghost Pepper going to pull the aggro. Switch that over to Diamonds. And they're going to have a pretty good chance here. They had swept out a ward before, but now that Genja's coming up to help, looks like Moscow 5 are not even going to be touched here in this lineup. And they're going to get the dragon for free as well. Diamond's getting low. They're going to pick it up. 10,500 gold.
7 minutes in.
Yeah, that's exceptional. 13-minute respawn there. Voyboy still trying to last hit at turret. He's going to do okay there, actually. 44 minions to 51. Actually, Darien winning the lane.
So, Moscow 5 looking good to start with. 3-0 up already. I kind of expected this, but thankfully managing to catch it as it happens. Mordekaiser now slowly building towards that Hex Take. You can see has gone back to those two amplifying tomes, but well, Alex Ich, well, you can see he's already been back on that Catalyst, well on the way to that Rod of the Ages already. Double Doran's Blade for Urgot down the bottom. Urgot still 2v1, by the way, The Gosu Pepper has been roaming for a long time, obviously down on the levels. Oh, you can see Genja's caught on towards Locust. He will get the lock on. Garmi Kutupa is going to try and help out. He will lose. And he's had to heal up as well. I don't think it's going to be enough. He uses the ulti, and that's going to be surely Locust going down. Will get stunned up. The exhaust went down, but Moscow 5 are dominating. Meanwhile, in the jungle, you can see Diamonds on I will dominate as well, forcing him away from his own red. Will he get the kill on him? Oh, and you can see the Karthus ulti going as well. I don't think it's going to be enough for it, but it will certainly force them back. Army Cutie as well is having to back well away from his turret while there's actually a huge creep wave taking it down. Moscow 5 invading all over the map now, and well, Dignitas are struggling to keep up with this.
And this is a ridiculously dominant Moscow 5 team. They have not let up any advantages, and they have crushed.
Middle lane.
Oh my gosh! Wow,
diving on towards Skara again, and the ulti on Diamonds, the exhaust and the ignite and the ulti. I'm not too sure if it's going to be enough. Will go in, tries to get the hit. Alex does go down. Skara gets away with it. The ulti will not kill Diamonds, but that's a really important kill for them there. Will go in and doesn't have the ulti, of course, because he just used it a moment ago. A very important kill for Skara. That will get him the Hextech revolver.
That is all kinds of useful. That extra spell vamp stack really paying it some wonders. 52 magic resist as well, so a little bit of magic resist in the runes and masteries, and that just kept him alive against Karthus there. I am so surprised that he managed to pick that one up, but here comes an aggressive.
Dive onto Diamond, it's going to be I Will Dominate actually diving in there. I'm not too sure. They didn't go for Lee Sin. Instead, it's Gosu Pepper. Diamonds has managed to get himself in there. Can they manage to catch him out? They do. Voyboy will go in there, but I think Voyboy might pay for this with his life. Voyboy flashes away. Darian manages to finish it off. I Will Dominate trying to get on towards Gosu Pepper. He will just about get away from this one. No, he's walked back in, I don't believe, for a pulverize, and that will be a kill, but Skara comes around. He picks up one. Can he get the second? No, Darian will get that kill. Now Skara's going to have to back away. He's caught out by Alex Hitch. This is it going very badly wrong, and Moscow 5 continue to keep that dominance. An attempt to invade there from Dignitas. They kind of had to go for it there, but it went back in their favor to Moscow 5.
Yeah, and the kills they got there were the jungler and both solos. The only kills they got were the jungler and the support, so the quality of kills there actually pretty important there as well. Not only was it 3-2, but it was some pretty high profile kills. Now, this solo bot lane for Genja is still actually level 8 for 6 and 5, so he's surviving quite well. Minions are 58 to 53, so at least Corki's catching up here for Cutie Pie, but Genja doing a phenomenal job because it's allowed Alistar to roam the entire time, and he's gotten basically, I think, 2 to 3 kills on Skara because of his presence. So even if Genja were losing the lane in minions, which he's not even, a lot of potential there from that strategy.
Yeah, like you say, it's worked out well. Genja up to level 8 as well, so he's got a 2-level advantage over Cutie Pie from being there, which would naturally just give him that little bit more damage. Gosu Pepper, same level as bottom lane as well, so really roaming working very well for him. Dominate has had his jungle pretty much invaded throughout this, so he's doing a very good job actually to keep the level with them. Up to 7, you can see Diamond's also 7, has gone down there. Skara, in the meantime, has got that Will of the Ancients complete now. That will help out considerably against Alex, who is probably going to go back and buy a Rod of the Ages, just to keep an eye on Diamonds there. Dragon has got another 2 minutes on it, so won't expect anything just yet down there. But of course, I'm not too sure whether Dignitas got a vision on it. I can't remember whether they clairvoyanced it at all, so whether they'll have any idea on the timings on that. I Will Dominate will go for an invade. Oh, I can see Lee Sin diving on towards Skara there, but Skara's actually starting to become a scary monster in the middle there. I don't think they're going to be able to quite jump on him quite so often. He'll just be able to lifesteal that back up freak.
Yeah, he's got plenty of spell vamp now. He's pretty much going to be able to 1v1 anyone on this team, even Genja, I think. Just because Genja has not bought in a while, so he has just 2 Doran's Blades. He could become a scarier monster right here, but pretty much Dignitas are going to rely on Skara and Voyboy, as they kind of have been in some of their other really tough matches. And Voyboy's not been shut down too much. He's got 2 assists there. He's actually got a gold per 10 as well. 85 minions, so he's actually very close in lead to Darian, but the problem is Darian actually has 3 kills. So he's got a Wit's End and a Phage already, and so Darian, we talked about him before being a really scary top laner, and he's still very scary. Moscow 5 grouping up for the... They're a minute early.
They're a minute ahead, aren't they?
Yeah,
it's not just me thinking that.
No, they're a minute early for Dragon, so...
It was on 7 minutes, yeah. I was just thinking, am I wrong here, or...
Even the best players in the world apparently not great at counting.
Oh, they paused it, see? They were like, hang on a minute, we need to add this up.
Yeah. Well, let's bust out the abacus real quick.
Yeah.
figure out what's going on. So unfortunately, yeah, a quick game pause. Going to figure out what the issue is right here. Although from the look on the players' faces, they look very much like they're playing again. So a very short break here.
They cut the calculator out quick.
Yeah, it's pretty quick. They have one of the newer models, the TIs. I don't know. Anyway, 3-7 the kill score and about a 3,500 gold lead. So Moscow 5 are in the driving seat right now for sure. But you know, we've seen a lot of games come back from significant disadvantages early on, and Urgot will move to a support role as opposed to a carry, whereas Corki will scale very, very hard, and so will Mordekaiser. So there's a potential for a better late game situation here for Dignitas.
Absolutely. So Cutie Pie needs to be careful. That Valkyrie obviously helps him get away from these things. Genja actually pretty low, does manage to get the headbutt pulverize. He went for the Valkyrie, actually caught him there. Genja's ulti being cancelled out there by the Howling Gale, I believe. So nicely played, and they're going to have to back away from that one. Doesn't really have the hit points to be able to get involved in that fight. Diamonds had worked his way down there, of course. He can zip down the map as quick as possible. Darian actually farming the lane past Voyboy here, and will actually get caught, take a couple of hits in that lane, and whether Voyboy's going to allow him to just walk away from this one. We'll try and lay down a bit of damage, pop the ulti down, actually did. I'm not too sure whether Voyboy's going to go for this one. Yes, he will, because Dominate's coming in there, because the ulti manages to knock him up. Darian's going to get surely caught out. That will be a death and a good kill. A much-needed kill there, but they will pick up the Dragon, though, and I don't think Dignitas are going to be able to contest this one. You can see Locust and Cutie Pie coming up. Genja was taken pretty low. They have managed to dive on towards Locust here. The ulti coming out from Karthus. Oh, a good ulti kick there. That will take down half the damage. Locust will go down, and that almost certainly will force out a free Dragon.
Voyboy going to be given this blue buff here, but the kill plus dragon attempt is going to be really, really awesome for Moscow 5. So it's kind of interesting. I don't know if Shyvana did that on purpose to pull like I will dominate over so they could get a dragon spawn, but I mean, it happened to work out that way because they kind of caused a 4v3 on the rest of the map. But either way, Moscow 5, again, controlling Dragon very successfully, and it's really the cause of about half their lead right now. Because you see the gold, they're up about 4,000, and Dragon's worth about 1,000 apiece, but oh my gosh, Dominate taking a lot of damage here from Diamonds. Now the kick for Lee Sin is down, but he's going to move over. Oh, there's Alistair stopping him up with a bunch of stuns. Dominate still trying to run away. I don't know if Locust can do enough here, and there comes a push in. They are still in range. They pick that kill up. Now Locust needs to be a little bit afraid here. Looks like Scar is not going to be enough to scare them away, as Karth is also making his way down, and unfortunately Corki seemed to go back to heal at that exact time, otherwise he could have been lending a hand there. Moscow 5 going to do a good job counter-juggling. Looks like they're going to take away these golems for themselves, and Alistair being a good guy right there, letting Diamonds use Safeguard to get over there and hop across the wall. I like that move a lot. Voyboy still fighting Darian. We'll see how this turns out for him.
Yeah, just keeping my eye on Scar, see where he's going. Looks like Alex is actually taking the Wraiths away from him this time because, well, Diamonds is, of course, taking away the enemy Wraith. So I will Dominate having a few problems. Despite the fact he managed to pick up Shyvana, obviously a very fast jungler, he still has Diamonds invading him every step of the way. Now it's looking like they're having another go towards Scar this time. Ghostly Pepper going to come around. Oh, just about flashing away from the combo there. That was incredibly close, so managed to hit that flash just at the right time. So very well played by Scara. And they're going to have to work hard to keep out of this one. Genja has been caught out down the bottom there, using the ulti action towards Locust, trying to lock on. Will he manage to get the kill? Because Cutie Pie is going to hammer away on his backside. Locust is doing a good job to kite away the damage, and I think Cutie Pie may well get the kill on towards Genja here. He's trying to lifesteal through it. Will manage to take him down. Flash through Cutie Pie there. I'm not too sure he needed to do that, but the kill is important, and he will take that away. And Genja has been stopped down the bottom there. Remember, he's got them a couple of levels as well ahead. Level
Voyboy pushing in on Darian real quick, sorry about that, but he's moving in, getting down to half health, and that dot, Darian can't push up against him, so he's going to hit pretty hard here. The anchor's back up, but he's going to give that one away real quick. But Voyboy with blue buff does not care much for Aurelia's auto attack, so he's doing pretty well at stopping that one. Actually, he's going full tank there as well. He looks like he's going for
follows it
Frozen Heart. Sorry?
He puts it after that. As soon as the full tank's built, he'll go with the AP. I'm calling it now.
Okay.
Let's keep an eye. You can see Wriggles down on Shyvana as well. I will Dominate him to clear out. Alex actually coming around and does steal away the big Wraith again there. So I will Dominate is having a really hard time of it in terms of the farm, but he is keeping up level just about. You can see level 10 Diamonds picking up the Wolves there. We do have Voyboy making a journey down south. Will he going to try and get a gank on towards Alex? Alex has actually stepped forward. That's a good place to go for it. Voyboy will come in. He will manage to miss the anchor. Alex.
And you pretty much guarantee have to burn Karthus' flash. but they're not going to go up on it anyway. He's going to go back up towards top lane, try to stop Darien underneath the turret, getting some good damage there, actually. Minions are falling away pretty quickly as well, but Darien's going to be able to just hop right back. Lifesteal actually a lot back from the ultimate. Breaks Voibo's shield additionally.
And again, we can see Diamonds making his way in towards the middle lane, like he has done quite a few times. I will dominate down the bottom lane as well. I'm going to keep my eye on both of these. Going forward, Genja actually. Do try and catch him out of position, but he manages to backs away, gets a lock on, and actually does a fair chunk of damage towards Dominate there as well. Meanwhile, Dominate is losing out on anything in the jungle. Have they got the timing on the red this time? Actually, they're going to dive towards Voidboy at the top here. You can see Lee Sin actually coming from behind. Diamonds will go towards the tower. He's waiting for this creep wave to manage to get in there. Meanwhile, they're diving on towards Skara down the bottom at Wraiths as well. He's getting forced back. Let's have a look back towards the top. I'm going to have to try and cut between these two. Looks like it is just going to be Voidboy, although Voidboy's doing a good amount of damage to Darien there. Has been baited into it. You can see the Carlton Salty coming through. That will be enough to take him down. And Alex Each actually picking the killer up there. And that's important because that AP carry in mid, once you start getting those nasty Carlton Salties, you can start hurting everyone on the map.
Yeah, but he's winning the entire game of minion kills. I'm surprised because, again, Mordekaiser can run over, take those Wraiths over and over, and part of that is Diamond doing a great job of stopping that. But Scar only at 150 minions right now to 160 on this Karthus. Those ganks have been phenomenal there. You see some movement over, gonna grab blue buff again for Alex here. 10-5 the kills, 5,000 gold lead, but honestly that lead has not been growing too quickly over time, so despite a phenomenally good early game for Moscow 5, they've not managed to stretch that lead too much more afterwards. So you still want to give up hope, of course, for both teams, and see what they can do with this Diamond still. Last hitting under the turret. Alex going to regain to mid there. Just donated the blue buff there, thanks to Alistair. Mordekaiser off a fresh Wraith spawn going back to mid as well. And of course, he's very afraid of Lee Sin. Thankfully, that's warded for him, so he will be afraid of Diamonds. Looks like he's going to go for a fast Abyssal Scepter, as he had in a couple games before. The early magic is going to help him here. Genja, now, the level advantage not so strong anymore. It's 10 and 7 versus 12. Cutie Pie looks like he's not going to want to push into this, though. Doesn't quite have enough map vision to feel safe, I guess.
Yeah, Genja actually missed out on a kill a moment ago. Tried to get that lock on Cutie Pie, but he managed to escape from it. But he has been solo down this bottom lane for a long period of time. And actually, it's not hurt Gosu Pepper too well. You can see he's still at level 8. Has fell a little bit behind, but he's actually ahead of Locust still. Because those ganks have just been working for him. You can see he's got oracles on them now as well. Clairvoyance goes down, goes into the Tribush, clears out the ward. Cutie Pie will go across, will actually lay a chunk of damage, and along with the lock on as well from Genja there, does force Cutie Pie to Valkyrie back. Meanwhile, you can see Lee Sin engage on towards I Will Dominate. This time, I Will Dominate actually forcing him out of the jungle, but I've got a feeling Diamonds has picked up that Wraith once again. Alex H now trying to keep Skara at bay, and they are going to move back around for the Dragon. And Dignitas again. Are they going to contest it? No, Voidboy is actually heading north again. They've not really had the timings on this Dragon at all, and this could be the third Dragon very much for free for Moscow 5. Yep,
26-20 gonna be the respawn there, and they've been doing a great job of controlling this map. Honestly, they've not allowed Dignitas to get around very often, and Diamond, I think, has been doing such a great job of getting everywhere and ganking everything. He's been so active in this game. He's gotten the kills on Scar every single time. He's caused Scar to die every time he's shown up. And he's also gotten that kill on Voidboy in addition to that skirmish in the jungle a while back where they went up 3-2 there. So Diamonds, honestly, is being the most dominant factor for his team this game. And he's earning that I carried Kiev jersey from last time. And, you know, we'll see if this ends up being the same sort of situation here, because I like him for most dominant player in this match right now.
Unfortunately, he's not in the voting.
Ouch.
No, I don't know. I don't know why either, honestly. I wasn't too sure about that one, but yeah, I mean, Moscow 5 have just been phenomenal. There's no doubt about it. They have invaded well, but Dignitas have hung on in there in this game. They are not out of this one yet. You know, a fed Mordekaiser can be a dangerous thing. Nautilus is only ever going to get stronger and stronger. You can see he's slowly building up. Shyvana will get stronger as well. Diamonds, caught out. I Will Dominate here. We'll try and dive on towards him. There is no tower safety, which is where he's heading north. He has got Nautilus, though. And Gosu Pepper and Diamonds, they won't be able to lay out as much damage as they could early on. And they will be able to tank their way through that. You can see Skara also trying to get in position, but they're aware that Alexic is heading back north. Skara's now got to be careful. The Wall of Pain actually missed him there, though, so Diamonds will go on to him, but he will just be able to walk away from that one without too many problems. So Darian continuing to push that top lane. Tower is down. It was the first tower of the game. So Moscow 5 are strong. They are a long way ahead in gold, but you know, we've seen less. And would you believe it? They're going for Baron here.
This could be really, really good for them. They've built that really strong early game advantage. This is probably the best time for them to really cement a lead here before they start getting outscaled. It's down to about 1/3. There's a swap. Is immediately onto Skara. Skara not in a good place. Flashes over the wall. That's probably the best time for them to do so. They're going to do as much damage as they can. He's now dueling Darian. Darian picks up that kill there. It looks like Alex not going down either. Picks up the kill onto Corki. They're still dominating this fight right now. I will dominate, managing to actually steal away the Baron, which is a big deal, but they've not picked up any kills, and they will get aced for it. And for Moscow 5, honestly, I'd take that.
Yeah.
I think Moscow 5 is okay with that.
It was a full ace as well, not a single loss, 5-0. A very good engage from Moscow 5, and like you say, I'll take that. They're going to quite happily push through. Probably take 2 turrets from this as well, because it's going to be at least 7 seconds before Kutabai spawns. He's not going to be able to do a great deal about it, so they are going to lose that inner turret. You can see also Alex is pushing on that top turret as well. Don't think he'll maybe take that top turret down. The middle one almost certainly will go. And you can see instantly Genja heads south, tries to get towards that bottom turret. They could pick up 3 turrets just from that single fight. 15-5 in kills, a huge advantage. That's 10k gold turnaround as well. So Moscow 5, I mean, as a Dignitas player, obviously you've got to turtle up and try and work your way through this one. They did see CLG do a similar thing against Counter Logic Gaming in the semi-finals. They managed to work the way back, but they are really going to have to hope that Moscow 5 make some error. And as it is at this moment, their teamwork is just phenomenal. It's a pleasure to watch.
Yeah, I mean, just that was everything for Moscow 5. Just so strong. Oh my gosh, Kutabai getting jumped on by Darian, down to half health already, and he's not really getting out there. Nice job by Darian, picking up a kill in the wild. Gonna spam out this minion wave as well. Darian, he's the other really. Hopefully he's in the running for Moscow 5, right? Please tell me he is.
I'm trying to think of the list now. Alex is definitely in there. There was only 2 players from Moscow 5. Alex was one. I got a feeling Genja's the other, actually. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Fair enough. Well, he's 7-1 right now as a relay. Just finished his Trinity for us, 24 minutes in. So you can fill in the blank. But looks like Locust running away from Genja. He will not actually go for the kill there. But Genja will, of course, just free farm underneath that turret. This time it'll actually be safe. I remember last time Aurelia did that, she did die, but Genja feeling happy. Looks like the turret will go down 4-0, about to be the turret score here. Moscow 5 looking just phenomenal.
Yeah, moving across, Voivod getting caught out there. Blue buff was stolen away, I think. There he goes. Diamonds has managed to pick it up. Can he get him towards Voivod? Yeah, he's not going to bother going for it, defiling away those minions. You see, meanwhile, Dignitas had to actually gathered for Genja down the bottom. I'm not too sure that's what they're going to get, though. Genja's going to walk away from this one, sensing the danger already and backing off. Meanwhile, you can see they are diving towards Voivod. Oh, and the ulti kick there, straight towards the defile through that wall of pain. Are going to catch onto him. You can see, oh, a missed headbutt there, but they will manage to get the pulverize now. Voivod, meanwhile, the Karthus ulti will come out. That's going to force 1 kill. Alexis will pick that up. He's just going to back away quite happily with the minion wave coming in as well. You can see Darian farming out the wave, keeping Skara at bay. They're going to work towards and take a second inner turret. Moscow 5 are just so good at the moment. I'm not too sure what Dignitas are going to have to learn from this. They're going to have to regather themselves. I'm assuming, of course, they are going to lose this match because it is looking very dire for them. Remember that Baron was stolen away by Dignitas, though, so we've got a long spawn on that, which may well give them a slight chance, but Moscow 5 really going to have to throw this hard.
Yeah, they're about 12,000 gold or 11,000 gold up right now, and that is, no, it is 12. Okay, I'm bad at counting. You know, they have a huge advantage for themselves. I think the lesson that Dignitas needs to learn is to get rid of Lee Sin. I think CLG had it right, and they really came, you know, very close to winning that second game there. In early game 2, which is usually Moscow 5's playground, but a push here onto Genja at the bottom lane. This could be pretty good, but Lee Sin is coming soon. There's a swap on a Scar, and he's going to get all the way out. But here comes Aurelia. Locust about to be really sad. Never mind, he's going to make it out. And Darian will just take away Golem, so now I will dominate will be really sad.
So maybe there was miscommunication. Darian came down and was like, I think we could do it, I think we could do it. Genja's like, no, I want to go buy. Dragon's up. Fair enough. We got plenty of money. Let's have a look at towards the gold. You can see, yeah, 2,500 gold on Genja right now, so he's going to go buy back whatever the hell he likes, really. He has got that Frozen Heart already, so expect to see some hefty item coming out here. Possibly a BF sword, maybe, going to go in there. No, he's going straight GA. Wow. Okay, Guardian Angels flat out. No.
The build we've been from Genja here is rush the Brutalizer, get some cooldown reduction via Glacial Shroud or Frozen Heart, and then just grab a G, A, and be just tank sauce and rely on cooldown reduction to do everything for you.
Yeah, look, you can see Nautilus actually, he is starting to go towards that Lich Bane. He's eventually going now. He builds up tanky. The question is whether he can get there, whether Dignitas are going to hang on long enough for him to be able to get the gold. They're actually going towards Darian there. They've got to be careful here. Darian with the ulti. He feels he can take this one, dives on towards Voyboy, and you can see Alex Hicks following behind him. Goes through Pepper as well. Genja now joining the fight as well. They're going to lock on towards Voyboy. Voyboy is going to get caught out in that. Eventually, Alex Hicks does go down, but that ulti is going to pop off. It will take down Voyboy, I believe. Also, you can see Locust actually being taken down as well. Ulti switch from Genja going on there, but the exhaust on towards Genja, that might be enough. Skara trying to keep that lifesteal back, trying to keep him down. The Guardian's Angel will proc off in a moment. You can see that will be Janna going down as well. There goes Skara, and that is another clean sweep from Moscow 5. A 5-for-2 exchange. Genja actually stayed alive in that fight.
Yeah,
Didn't use the Guardian Angel.
Barely survived there. One last turret shot got him to about 20 health, but he made his way through it, and now Moscow 5 looking to take over this inhibitor. Now, the one saving grace that Dignitas can hope to have is that they won't lose anything after this inhib death, because the respawns are coming up very, very soon. Skara did get a killing spree gold from killing Aurelia there, and now they get a little bit of free farm from the inhibitor death, so they can scale up through late game. As we saw from the first game of CLG versus against All Authority, trying to trade myself to not say against. They can sit there for a very long time and farm and farm and farm and farm. And as long as they don't have 3 inhibitors down, they can usually hold on to those pushes. And again, thankfully for them, there's no Baron quite ready to be taken, so they at least have that reprieve as well. But we'll see if they can scale on through. You know, I just don't quite know yet. There's always a chance. There's always a chance in this game. We've seen so many games come back from the brink of defeat here that I don't want to count anyone out yet. But Moscow 5 have done beautifully this game at just building up every possible advantage, winning so many fights in a row, relentlessly taking Dragon. And aside from that Baron steal, honestly, you've been doing a great job at resource control too.
Absolutely. You can see Alex now, 627 Alex, is up to 553 AP. Very strong indeed, obviously with a brilliant spot running. And they are getting in the position, by the looks of it, for that Baron. Double ward, actually, in the bush there. Just trying to see if anyone's got Oracle. Anyone got Oracle? There he is. Goes through Pepper, comes back, finds them.
50 gold.
Yeah. Oh, he got stolen away from him by Genja. That's just rude. Let's have a look towards this Baron then. It is due. Do they have the timing right this time? They do.
They do, and they are going for it. Now, they actually have a pretty good chance to go and try to stop this Dignitas. They've pushed the waves out, and they do know what's coming up here. So Baron's at half health, and they're actually going to immediately jump into I Will Dominate. He's not in a good place here. Voyboy going to try to toss out some CC. Goes Pepper at half health, pops his ultimate as well. Skara now puts the ult on. They pick up the 1 kill on the Lee Sin so far. Skara getting incredibly low and pops now. Aurelia crushing faces. Dominate very, very low as well, and they have not killed off Karthus, and Karthus is throwing out so much damage. Cutie Pike going to try to get away, but Karthus ult still available here, and this is looking bad for Locust now. Locust the last one alive, and he will fall. 2 kills. It's 2 for 5 there. And actually, I think they made a mistake because I think Alex actually was out of mana before they finally killed him, and he actually had no spells left available. They could have switched to killing someone else, but it looks like with 20 seconds left to respawn, Moscow 5 going to go for the Nexus right now. Darian going to face tank this. And they might get it in time. They've got another 12 seconds to go. The first turret about to fall down. They now have minions here. See, the first turret's going to fall, and they're going to switch to the second. They've got 5 seconds to go. This turret down to half health. Here comes I Will Dominate. Now Janna, Voyboy, and Skara all alive, and they're going to back out right now. So Moscow 5 not quite going to end this game. They have Baron buff on 3 of them. They've made it out of the base right now. Wait, no, sorry, Baron buff's not up. I'm just kidding. I'm totally just bad at this game.
I was just thinking, what Baron buff?
The one that Dignitas stole 8 minutes ago.
There? Yeah, the one that was not on them at all. Genja is trying to take away that red. Actually had to back away from it because he's aware that Dignitas could easily go for a counter Baron here. They've got to back away from this one. And Moscow 5 have just regrouped. Suddenly, though, Genja is a long way away, is porting, so it's a 4v5 at the moment. And Dignitas could try and force the issue. Now, obviously, Dignitas had that problem in the group stage. It was Fnatic, the only team to beat Dignitas in this tournament so far. Although Moscow 5 are looking very likely. They're going to go in towards the engage here. You can see Aurelia popping that ulti off towards them. Dignitas have to peel away at the right time. Oh, caught by a wall of pain. I Will Dominate completely caught out. Had to use his ulti to try and get out of it. Darian is going to go down though in there. Can they manage to turn this one around on its head? Focusing on Locust is probably not the ideal thing to do. The Karthus ulti will go across. Dignitas just don't seem to have the damage or lifesteal to keep up with Moscow 5 though. And that will be Voidboy going down. Skara is going to go down as well. Although, no, Diamond's actually missing the chance there. Couldn't quite get the lifesteal off. And I'm Cutie Pie will be hunted down by Genja. And the ace again, another 5-2 exchange. And again, they're not going to go for Baron. They're just going to push them lanes. And rightly so. They have super minions coming in. There is no Nexus turrets. They're just going to go straight for that Nexus. And I think Moscow 5 are going to continue their winning streak and pick up the first game here at the Intel Extreme Masters World Championships. What a fantastic performance by Moscow 5 here. They have just absolutely dominated Dignitas in this first match.
That was phenomenal by them. That was amazing on all the fronts. Everybody won their lane. Even these you know, everyone's like, oh my gosh, Voidboy's been the best player of the tournament, and Scar just cannot be shut down. Well, they seem to more or less shut down Scar. They got kills.